The September 11th terror attacks killed nearly 3,000 people. Most of them died in New York City's Twin Towers. The attacks blew a hole into Lower Manhattan and into many people's lives. Last week, construction workers erected the first steel column for the National September 11 Memorial and Museum. It was installed at the site of the World Trade Center's North Tower. Joe Daniels, president of the Museum Memorial, says waterfalls will cascade into 2 reflecting pools built in the footprints of the Twin Towers.
It's all about reflecting absence. The names of the victims will be arrayed along the sides of these pools, and people will go there. They'll recognize this was the spot where the Twin Towers stood, and it's not here anymore. And of course, most importantly, the people, the almost 3,000 people that were killed that day are no longer with us either.
Daniels says the project should be complete by the 10th anniversary of the attacks in September 2011. In the meantime, a temporary museum, established by the September 11th Families Association, draws thousands of visitors. The WTC Tribute Center is just opposite Ground Zero.
It took me 4 years to go back there. I had said that I never wanted to go there in that area for the rest of my life.
Dina LaFond is one of the volunteers at the Tribute Center. She helps lead tours around the site. To each group, she tells the story of her own daughter, Jeanette LaFond Menachino, a part-time artist who loved the view from her office on the 94th floor. She died in the attacks.
Since she was up so high, the clouds would come right up to her window, and sometimes there were rain clouds, and you could actually see the rain fall. And if you looked above the clouds, it was completely clear. And when the airplanes and the helicopters passed by, you could actually see in the compartments.
Dina LaFond's husband died 9 months after the attacks. Now she lives alone, surrounded by her daughter's paintings. But she is rarely at home. She works 2 days a week in an office. A lifelong singer and dancer, she also joined a tap dancing troupe that performs at retirement centers. LaFond says her activities keep her happy and hopeful, and not bitter.
You know, what am I going to do? Keep crying and, like that? So you just take each day as it comes. Thank God that I found these places where I could go to sing and dance. You do have a kind of a hatred for these people here that destroy other innocent people. You just have to brush that out of your mind and hope to God that it never happens again, and that they come to their senses and realize how wrong they were.
Recently, LaFond and her surviving daughter, Anita, recorded their memories of Jeanette as part of a project called StoryCorps. Their stories will be included in an audio archive at the September 11 Memorial and Museum when it opens in 3 years.
Would you like her to come in?
Dina LaFond says she will continue leading tours there.
It gives you a sense that maybe these other people might have lost someone and they don't know how to deal with it. And if I tell them that I miss my daughter continuously, it's like having another skin on me, that she is always with me. I never forget her. She's an inspiration for me to carry on. And if I didn't do that, I'd really be lost. Okay? Thank you for listening.
When all the construction is finished, another centerpiece of the area will be the Freedom Tower. Developers call it a hopeful symbol of recovery. Some architecture critics say the fortified base suggests instead a tower of fear. Carolyn Weaver, VOA News, New York.